Hey everybody, it's your old pal Mike. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe, and welcome back to the channel. This week I have been spending some time with another round of tour prep for my friend Jessica Dobson of Deep Sea Diver. As I mentioned in a previous video, they are about to go out on tour with Death Cab for Cutie. Death Cab is 2 words, I have learned, by the way. But with tour fast approaching, I have been tasked with making sure that yet another one of Jessica's guitars is ready for life on the road, and that is this fantastic Bilt SS Zaftig. Now, Zaftig is a Yiddish word that I have learned means a round, full body, and that definitely tracks for the Zaftig model. This is a lot like a Jazzmaster, similar wiring, similar pickguard shape, but the body itself is something very much its own. Hi, can you see me? I'm back here. Now, this is a fantastic instrument made by my friends at Bilt. Bilt is a company out of Des Moines, Iowa, who makes incredible guitars, and I cannot recommend them enough. This one happens to be in one of my favorite old Fender colors, Burgundy Mist Metallic. It's kind of like a metallic pinkish purple lilac thing going on, and it is a lovely color to behold in person. And they also use a version of the old Starcaster headstock, which is one of my favorite headstocks that Fender ever came up with. Thankfully, getting this thing ready for tour was actually a relatively easy job. There wasn't a whole lot to it. Jessica had some complaints about the playability, wherein the neck needed a little bit of a truss rod adjustment. There was quite a bit of relief, and thus we were able to lower the action just a bit to a much more playable state. And I also took the opportunity to clamp down the very last fret on the fretboard, which was popping out just a little bit. Not a big deal. It happens with changes in heat and humidity. All it needed was a little bit of thin super glue and my aluminum sanding beam of the same radius of the neck, which is 9.5. I clamped that down for a couple minutes and we are good to go. But the reason this guitar was in for work is actually the pickups. You see, this guitar previously had a set of Lollar El Reyos for Jazzmaster, which are incredible pickups. They are low output like a single coil, yet they still have bite and clarity and bloom. They are lovely pickups. And if you remember, a set of those existed in Alton Brown's Merc model that I worked on months ago. So if you want to hear what those sound like with some gain, go check that video out. However, for as much as Jessica and I like the sound of the El Reyos, it's the output that really wasn't working for her. And so we got in touch with our friends at Lollar, and I drove down today to pick up a set of their brand new Regal for Jazzmaster pickups. Yes, these are wide-range pickups in a Jazzmaster cover. Another great option among so many great options out there, and I cannot wait for you to hear them. So yes, you are going to hear these pickups at the end of the video, but before we do that, I want to tell you that the installation process was a breeze, and that is thanks mostly to Bilt's intelligent wiring. Underneath this pickguard exists an incredibly clean wiring scheme that absolutely blew me away. Everything from the way they routed the wire to the way they attached their grounds really impressed me. So let's take a look at the installation process and we'll get back to some demos. Okay, at first I was terrified by this, but that's actually clever. There's a lot of touches inside this guitar that I like as a guitar tech. Okay, so the neck pickup attaches right there. Don't like seeing zip ties, but I can live with it. Maybe the wiring is just a touch too meticulous, even for me. Okay, so neck. Very nicely. I'm just going to echo their scheme. And you know what? I may as well. This is pretty fun. This is actually a fun wiring job. Kudos to Bilt. There's some very smart choices being made, and I love seeing that. I've seen so many damn guitars with odd choices at this point in my career that I'm kind of tired of it. I'm gonna leave a little bit of slack. I don't want to over tighten this, but these pickups were very tight to begin with. It's very curious. I've never seen anybody wire like this, but I like it. Maybe I'll adopt some of these ideas for my own, or maybe not. I don't know. I may not be smart enough for this. Very interesting, Bilt. Very interesting. I have to applaud you, my friends. And that is a neck pickup. So we're going to do... I'm not going to be able to get through that zip tie. I'm just going to leave it because I don't feel like dealing with a zip tie with such little time left. I'm just going to go around. All of them are tucked nicely under there. Little kink. And a little kink right there. Alright, that is a neck pickup. Let's get that bridge out of there. So the bridge has the same idea going on. This is the only problem, is that there's a lot of black wire. I'm not sure where it all goes. You look like the one that I am flexing. We're just going to heat all these up and see which one comes loose. There we go. It's such an interesting way of routing grounds. I think it's really intelligent. I'm not just saying that because I know people at Bilt. I'm saying that as a tech. This is surprising. Not that Bilt doesn't do quality work, it's just that I am so used to seeing awful soldering jobs on expensive guitars. This is... I mean, I am pleasantly surprised. I cannot say enough nice things about this wiring job. Although I will say, these are a little short, I think. And yeah, I'm echoing that with my own work, but that's, you know, trying to get this done quickly for Jessica to go out on tour. I'll tell you, this is a pleasure to work on. Which is usually the case with most Bilts that I've worked on, except for the odd effect-laden relevator here and there. If there's a problem in that wiring, they can be tricky. I will say generously, they can be tricky to troubleshoot, but all in all, it's not so much of a problem. Bilt, man, I am so stoked on this. Are we gonna reach? We're gonna just be able to reach. And twist. And pop it right where it's going to go. Slipped off. That is very cool. That is a very cool scheme. Hot wire. God, Regals are fantastic pickups. Among my favorites. Very excited for what this is going to do to Jessica's sound. And extremely excited to have the Regal for Jazzmaster out as yet another option among many excellent options. Extra wire from my wire stash. And alright, we got ourselves some wide range. I'll put these El Rayos, which are fantastic pickups, but just not quite doing the job, in this Lollar box. Oh, I may have to use the spare screws. Oh, another bit of praise for Bilt. They are attaching their ground to a little quick connect terminal, and that is excellent for installation. So again, just a lot of smart things going on with this one, and I love to see it. So I don't have to solder to reinstall this. I can just pop it right back on and our ground is made. So this is a pleasant job that I have done. You can hear Carissa in the background making cookies. Very excited about that. Getting some peanut butter, which is something that she likes, and some chocolate chip, which is something I like. So it's going to be a cookie party for sure. Down here, just to keep everything bundled nicely, and this way it'll be easy to remove. You won't need a razor blade to cut through for whoever's teching for them if there are problems on the road. But thankfully, I don't believe there shall be. All we need to do now is just reorient on the body and we should be good. Not a lot of room right here. I will say there's not a lot of room around this switch, so it's a little bit of a tight fit. That is maybe one slight issue. Same with the wires snaking around the volume pot. They are a little tight, but not a huge deal, and we're golden. Honest to goodness, I cannot say enough great things about Bilt as a company. They make an excellent guitar, and every single one that I have either owned or worked on has been not only a fantastic playing instrument, but a really inspiring one as well. And that goes double, nay, triple, for the Relevator. Well, I was just talking about you to the camera. Hi! Oh, yes, the camera. I'm on camera right now, dear. I am holding your Zaftig. I have just wrapped it up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. What was I saying? Including the Fiesta Red Relevator that I used to own. That thing had Lollar wide ranges and the full suite of wiring craziness. It had the onboard delay and the fuzz, and it was one of the coolest guitars I ever owned. In fact, that fuzz, oh my god, the way it oscillated, having that on a Switch, my god, I can't say enough nice things. Anyway, if you are interested in having the boutique guitar experience, but you want something a little different, Bilt is the kind of company that can absolutely make your dreams come true. But without further ado, let's hear what it sounds like. saying that right, but whatever. Well, that about wraps it up for me. I do hope you found this video helpful and informative, especially for those of you who might be after a Bilt of your own in the future or a set of these fantastic Lollar pickups. In any case, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you coming back to the channel again and again, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, for subscribing, for doing all of that great stuff that makes the algorithm so ooey gooey inside. And a special shout out to my supporters on Patreon. I love you so much. Thank you for sticking with me in all of these months of tumult and torment and apartment, everything. It's been a wild time, so thank you for sticking with me. You all are the best. Well, that about wraps it up for me, and I've got to get this guitar back in Jessica's hands post-haste. So, yeah, I got to cut this one short, but I hope you're taking care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you in the next one.